The views and opinions expressed on Beautiful Disasters are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, their sponsors, or anyone else involved. Also, there is going to be a lot of adult language used on this podcast, so please keep your little kiddies away.
Welcome back to Beautiful Disasters. This is our first non-Schlocktober episode.
Sad.
I know.
Yeah.
We had such a good time.
Yeah, we did.
So many releases during the the Halloween month. It was amazing.
But we're heading to the holidays. Oh, man.
That's true. But we have a special gem in store today.
Holy shit.
But let's go ahead and introduce everybody. I'm the Grutz.
F.U. Hunter.
And Charlotte. I got excited. Charlotte's here. Hi, boys.
And Borgs.
And Borgs.
Boys and Borgs.
Yeah.
We have so much to unpack here. We have so much to unpack, and I'm very excited to be a part of it.
This movie is a true, gem of independent filmmaking.
Yes.
It's from the Astron 6 people. This is Manborg.
That's right. Not Cyborg. Manborg.
Manborg.
From 2011. This movie's fucking stupid awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It reminds me, it's funny because I came across this, and you'd already seen it, but I came across this because I was trying to look up Kung Fury, and it had suggestions, and I remember running across this one other time. I was like, let me check out the trailer for Manborg, and instantly I was like, we've got to cover this fucking movie. The trailer alone says, this is a fucking beautiful disaster.
It is wild. I best described it as a bunch of theater kids drinking way too much Red Bull and putting this together in a couple days.
Yes.
Like, it is insane.
That sounds about right. Yeah, no, I actually, I found this movie because I saw a trailer that they made, that they put on the internet called BioCop some years ago. And I saw the trailer for BioCop, and I was like, what the hell are these people doing? And then it was like, hey, we have a movie out. And I was like, okay, I gotta see that shit. And it was perfect.
Now, you said on the DVD for Manborg that the trailer for BioCop's on there, and then we discovered right before we started recording that Manborg is on Prime right now, and if you wait till after the credits, there's the trailer for BioCop.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Because this movie checks in at like an hour and 10 minutes.
It's pushing it.
It's not really like a super long flick. But yeah.
A lot of green screen. Green screen.
Grutz, honestly, with the movies that you find, I'm so curious about the porn that you watch. Because you watch the craziest shit. And Hunter found this movie, showed me the trailer. I was so stoked about it. We talked to you about it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's a great flick, it's a great flick. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with your time, Grutz?
I'm never surprised at this point when I see some bonkers-ass movie. I'm like, dude, we should check this out, and you're like, oh, I already own it. Like, of course you do.
I mean, if my porn doesn't have green screen involved,
Same.
I'm not digging it.
Same. Can't get off. Cannot climb it.
Let's go into the very small plot of Manborg.
Manborg.
So we get up, and there's starts up, and there's battles going on, and a little introduction, and it lets us know that it's Hell War, and Hell's won, and who's leading the army from Hell?
I want to say it.
All right.
Count Draculon.
Which
I assume is a cyborg Dracula.
Yeah, that would go. Yeah. Killborg, Cyborg, I'm not really sure.
He sounds like Dracula.
They threw out a lot of Borgs. There's a lot of Borgs at the end of things. But what's great is not only is he, obviously Count Dracula, but in a much more hardcore way, but they made sure to give him the Dracula, accent too, so it's not just that he's a vampire, but staying with the character of Dracula.
He sounds like the Count on Sesame Street.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does. And there's really no backstory as to how all this happened.
No. Well, no, we find out later on. kind of how this
Oh,
happened.
we will get to that.
But there's a little bit confusing because the opening battle scene, all the humans are in World War II fatigues. And
Yes.
like it looks like a shot from Saving Private Ryan. But then later on, I don't think that it was taking place in the 40s because...
they're in Future Town.
Yeah.
Everything is future hyper.
Well,
futuristic.
yeah, it starts out, the early scene is, it's like in the past, apparently.
somewhere, sometime.
Somewhere, sometime. Like, they're shooting old guns. Like, I mean,
It sounds like the time of Streets of Fire, where they have no idea what time period it is.
They're just like, screw it.
yeah, exactly. And then our protagonist, Manborg, his brother, he and his brother are serving together. His brother dies in combat, and he's like,
Well, he's dying.
he's dying.
And then Count Dragulon grabs him, and his brother makes this like big or right before he's like, "It's not about killing, it's about family." And then Count Dracula grabs him, and as vampires do, he's like, time to suck this dude's blood.
Suck the blood.
And he says, "What is it? They taste so much better when they still have hope."
That's a great line.
Yeah,
actually.
it is. That's so evil.
Hashtag deep.
Great line. Great line.
I take pleasure in it.
And of course, our future hero, Manborg, when he's still human, freaks out and tries to attack and gets killed.
Yeah, he there's like about maybe 10 seconds where Dragulon has his fucking sword and Manborg is using his gun, and that's not good. And then he just holds him up and tells his minions, just shoot the shit out of this human. That's it.
He's not Manborg yet.
Well, yeah.
He's a human.
Yeah.
At this
And that's our RoboCop scene
Yeah.
where he gets shot to pieces, but
He's Murphy. This is Murphy before he's RoboCop. Yeah.
right. And then he's dying or dead, and he gets dragged away, and then we have a montage.
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 A cyborg creation montage where he is made, basically, and that's what begins the rest of the movie.
And then we're in Future City.
Can we mention, though, the special effects of this, especially during the montage scene? Like, clearly the entire film, spoiler alert, the entire film is shot in front of a green screen. They use claymation, they use stop motion, and terrible effects. Holy shit, just, it's awful.
No, this is definitely... this movie was designed to be like a homage to the old like VHS movies from like the mid 80s.
That's what I brought up with Kung Fury, which is just blatantly like a as a trip video game 80s action. And this kind of is the same thing. And you find out as Manborg finds his crew, you have as many generic things as you can for part of his crew. First guy he runs into, we're in Future City, and you see the kill bogs or whatever fucking fighting this one dude, and he's a kung fu expert, doesn't wear a shirt through the entire movie, and his name is
Number One Man.
Yep, that he doesn't have a name. Just
Number one man.
Yeah.
Number One Man.
And he is dubbed by some American.
With a completely different voice for what his voice is. It's a scraggly dude in his 50s voice for this guy this Asian guy that's in his 20s. I don't know,
he's like, I am the hero.
Yeah.
It's like the worst dubbing ever.
It is. I am a stereotype of these types of movies.
But he looks just like goddamn Liu Kang from fucking Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
I mean, the red bandana, fucking no shirt on, whatever karate pants, and it's literally his fighting style. You just want to hit up A, up B, it's literally just all the same moves from goddamn Mortal Kombat. But Manborg rolls up, tries, I guess, to help him out. Unsuccessful. Him and Number One Man, they get captured.
Yep.
By
some guy,
evil Nazi bull kill bugs.
What was silly as shit about this guy, he's like a main bad guy in this movie, and I didn't catch his name. He just looked goofy as shit. But we just got out of Halloween, and I spent a lot of time in Halloween stores. And his mask looked like they picked it up from a spirit.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not going to put too much of the budget. You mean, you're talking about the Baron. Yes.
Oh, the Baron.
The Baron.
And, like, he would talk, and his mouth wouldn't move because the mask wouldn't move with his mouth. It was so goofy.
What's great... God damn it. All right, so as a setup, you see Manborg, and everybody's captured, and you get introduced to two of the other characters, Justice and Nina. And Justice looks like an apocalyptic Billy Idol with an obnoxious Australian accent, and Nina is straight up if you just took in live action anime character. Yep. But Baron comes in, he's like, you will learn, and like the evil guy, like taunting shit, like he's just arms straight up, and like the outfits like has the overcoat with the goddamn pretty much Nazi thing wrapped around his arm.
They definitely had the like that sort of dystopian fascist tone going on.
So fucking like just you will bow down before my power, and then walks out of the room. And then holy shit, later we get the introduction. You talk about it, man. Because I was thrown off, and you were just waiting for our reaction.
Oh my god, he has such a crush on the girl, the sister of the Billy Idol dude.
The anime girl.
The anime girl. He has such a prisoner number 7 is what he calls her. And he is trying to woo her through the whole fucking movie.
It's so bizarre because when he's around his other henchmen, he's just like, we will teach them pain. He's like, I don't know, do you think she talked to me? Like, it's so goddamn weird, man.
Do you think she likes flowers? It's like,
this dude's missing his eyes. Like, it's a charred face, fucking missing eyes, evil, and then like, well, I don't know, like, what would she like? Like, I've never seen anything like that.
I dated those kind of guys in middle school.
You dated Cenobites in middle school?
I had a little higher standard than that. But
they had both eyes. I don't know.
Baffling, bumbling, like flirting.
Oh, those guys. Yeah.
Very weird, awkward guys.
We learned, by the way, while they're still in prison, Manborg doesn't know who he is, and someone asked him, and he's like, "Well, I'm Borg." I'm Manborg, and there you go. Like, there you go. That's he's like, I guess that's my name, and that's what everybody calls him. You got the fucking
line from the movie, there it is. Oh man, so yes, they are all captured, and they are made to fight in gladiatorial combat,
a la Thor Ragnarok.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and so they're all like in this arena, and they have to fight.
Claymation
motherfuckers,
and
etc.
Yeah,
it's hilariously bad. But they are prevailing.
Yeah,
and it gets to the point where Manborg has to fight the champion.
Well, before that, we each character has their style.
Right.
Like Australian, Billy Idol he loves his guns and just shoots somebody and has his weird Australian corp,
Yeah, he's got his John Woo action with 2 guns.
Obviously, number one man, kung fu action all over the place.
I will say, number one man punches a guy's head off.
Yeah.
Like, he punches him so hard, he punches his head off.
Mortal Kombat. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Nina, the anime girl, god damn it, if every time she goes to fight one of them, the quick action thing that you get from all the animes keeps happening, I was like, oh man, they are doing this so much on fucking purpose.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's throwing knives. That's her thing.
Yeah.
Like, she throws knives, and and then of course Manborg doesn't understand what he is yet. So like, he doesn't understand his power or all the shit he has like built into him.
But during the middle of that, his fucking Gatling gun shit comes off, and he starts he disintegrates some dude, just goes off, and guy turns into fucking just roast beef, man.
Exactly. The effects on that are hilarious because it is mostly just like stop motion or claymation stuff, and he like just explodes a dude with his fucking like arm Gatling gun situation.
And Baron's pissed,
Hilarious.
man, because, like, they win. And it's like, humans win. And Baron's like, we forgot to talk about Dr. Scorpius.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
because he's like, what the fuck, man? They were supposed to win. He yells at this doctor who, I guess earlier scene, like, is crippled or he has a cane, and the Baron, like, knocks him over because he's, more powerful than him. I don't know.
Yeah, because you knock down a cripple.
Yeah.
That's funny, right?
And then we get another scene of the Baron still trying to... Actually, I think he talks to Doctor about, like, what do you think she would like? And he's still fucking obsessed with the anime chick. Holy fuck. But, yeah, they bring Manborg in, a la, again, Thor Ragnarok, to fight the champion.
The champion.
Oh, wasn't there a point where the Baron is all stressed out about hitting on the girl, and he lights a cigarette, and the doctor's like, I thought you quit. And he's like, meh, and just waves his hand.
It's so weird.
It's silly.
There's so much, like, stupid humor in this movie, which is what makes it great.
Exactly.
This is exactly what sells everything in this movie, because you can look past all the bad effects and all the bullshit because it's so tongue-in-cheek, and it's supposed to be. And they did such a great job with it in that sense.
Oh, we're going to get into it because, all right, so Manborg fucking beats the champion, comes back, and then has to sit down with Dr. Scorpius, who then goes into, I actually created you because I needed to make a weapon to defeat the armies of hell. Because, I'm responsible for the armies of hell coming up. Because I was working on an experiment on my computer, and I hit the wrong code. And then all of a sudden, the gate to hell opened up, which is amazing because you see him in the flashback, you see the gate of hell opening, and then you automatically see him start hitting the backspace button on his keyboard like, oh shit, which is like so fucking awesome.
That is probably the funniest part of the entire movie.
I think we had to watch it like a couple times.
I mean, that's what I would do. Like, Control, delete, delete.
Oh, fuck, I opened the gates to hell. Backspace, fuck.
How do I fix this? Oh, no.
Where's the Taskmaster?
Yes, so he feels guilty, and he, apparently rescued Manborg, pre-Manborg.
Yeah.
As he was dying, and built him into a fucking cyborg.
Yeah, and he used some Robotech that was just laying around.
Exactly.
Very technical terms here.
Great montage there, but, it's...
He gives him the future cassette. Another fun thing about this movie is that a lot of stuff is referenced as future this and future that. And he hands him future cassette.
It's clearly a cassette. But they call it a future cassette because they're in the future. And it does have some powers, as we see later on.
Yeah, we do.
Apologizes to him for getting him in this mess. And then a weird attempted fist bump, but Manborg can't get his hand to make a fist, so it's... fist hand pump. I don't know.
Oh my god.
How awkward is that?
All I know is that, like, in the gladiator, what do they call it? The Terror Opticon.
Yes. Did you write down? Yeah, I forgot to write down what that actually was.
Yeah. So Manborg defeats the champion with a elbow missile.
Yeah, that's right.
That he didn't knew he had. He's just like, fucking awesome.
So Doctor lets freeze him, right? Like, he's like, all right, you know what? You and your crew get the fuck out of here. Get them out of prison so Manborg can escape and figure out a way, I guess, to win the day or whatever. Which is great because you see them get out and they run out of their prison cells and they're trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of there. And then we cut back again to the Baron.
Oh my.
With unfortunate timing because he has flowers.
He got her flowers.
So, yes, the Baron...
she likes flowers. I don't know. Like, he's so not confident for such an evil motherfucker.
He has anxiety issues. And obviously he can't quit smoking either.
Yeah.
He's just...
To quote him after he realizes that she's gone, she was always prisoner number one to me.
Aww. Why don't you say nice things like that to me?
I don't know. I guess my face is all charred up and I'm not missing my eyes. I don't know. But yeah, so they figured out how to break through future lock because again, everything has future. Because they're like, oh, this future lock won't work. Manborg, who just shoots the lock and then it has a check mark and lets them out. And then there's this harrowing scene of special effects where they jump on a hover bike and they be chased by the Killborgs in their
hoverboards.
Hoverboards? Yeah,
They're lights.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everything looked like it was a video game from 1998.
Yeah.
Like it really did not look good, but it was meant to be.
But yeah, so they fucked them up. And then I'm not really sure with Australian Billy Idol, but he's freaking the fuck out as they're going through the streets, and he's realizing he's like that guy's has a house made of newspaper, and he's got garbage on his head. And was he in prison? Where did he go before he got to prison? Because he seems weirded out by dystopian.
Poor people.
Yeah, poor people. He's like, what the fuck? That guy's got a newspaper for a house. It's so weird. But in the, again, very exaggerated Australian accent.
Everything he said was fucking hilarious. And, of course, we come to find out that he's not much of a reader.
God, yeah. So they find a safe house.
Oh.
So they go to the safe house, and number one man and Australian Billy Idol are trying to cook some food. So they're trying to make mac and cheese, and they're reading the instructions on the back of the mac and cheese box. And you can see Billy Idol struggling to figure it out. And number one man is like, oh, you just add 4 cups of water and set it to a boil. And it's like the Three Stooges, them trying to make this mac and cheese. But then we find out that, Billy Idol can't read.
Yeah.
What kind of schools does this future have?
That's the thing. I guess he was isolated from homelessness and reading. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a little side part in this is Anime Girl ends up leaving to go fight this other character we haven't talked about, this, girl that was a bad person.
Or was her friend at one point? And got pulled away, and then now is part of the evil crew.
And she is a harassment. But she leaves, and she writes this note and leaves the note. And Australian Billy Idol is like, oh, she left this note. It doesn't matter what it says. She's just gone. She's just gone. And number one man was like, oh, she's on a suicide mission to go, do whatever she's doing. And he starts freaking out. But it's just silly as shit that this dude can't read.
So, in the meantime, Manborg decides, oh shit, I have a future tape deck that can play the message
Future cassette.
Yeah. So I'm going to play the cassette from Dr. Scorpius, who is like, all right, if you're a la Obi-Wan, he shows up, hologram, to give him the wisdom that he needs to share, which is just kind of weird because the wisdom is, you just need to train and then defeat Count Draculon. So we get motherfucking montage again.
Montage number 2.
Which is weird because all the characters are training, and this was pre-recorded, is what you feel like, right?
Right.
But then he's reacting to what they're doing. He's like, good job. That's going to take them out. And you're like, wait, when he was recording, did he pause?
Hold on. It's Future Cassette.
Oh, okay.
Future Cassette.
Exactly.
Is pretty much a Skype or a Zoom to the portal to hell where he is.
Okay. All right. That helps explain it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm pretty much dead, but he still keeps, giving him instructions.
And he does reveal, Dr. Scorpius reveals that, he was the one that saved him and all that shit.
Yeah.
But fucking A, man.
All right, so our heroes are getting ready to... Oh, I guess they realize Nina, the anime girl, has bounced out. She's going to get, I guess, revenge, or what's her deal with the other chick?
She's going to go kill that bitch.
Okay.
She's going to go kill that bitch. Best she can, I guess. I don't know. You know?
Which is amazing because they end up having a fight scene. So you have girl fight, which is amazing. And then we had Grutz's favorite part, which was Kun Punch in the girl fight, which
amazing.
was pretty amazing.
It was amazing.
She's already there. Our heroes are like, all right, we got our montage training. Let's go start some shit.
And then the girl villain turns into a giant stop motion creature
which
thing.
they look so fucking fake, but you kind of are like, they also look kind of badass.
Oh yeah, no, dude.
I was good with it. I was so good with it.
Totally invested.
I describe it kind of like in RoboCop 2 when they're trying to come up with bring up RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
When they're trying to make a new RoboCop and like the thing pulls its head off and it's kind of Skeletor-ish and stuff, and then like shoots itself in the head. That kind of like claymation that looks kind of tight. Like it looks good. It doesn't look
definitely. Yeah. I mean, stop motion. I love it. I mean, we had that in RoboCop 1 with Ed 209.
Oh yeah,
that was stop motion. And it still holds up. It's fucking amazing.
I said this before, man. We're covering RoboCop 2, so it's gonna happen. So
definitely. We're on for that.
So, by the way, while there's the chick fight, it seemed like they stole the sounds of Final Fantasy because, sadly enough, for years and years, one of my roommates would play Final Fantasy, so I have all those sounds when like you would fight different characters. And literally, that's the sound, which, of course, again, makes sense because it's the anime girl that's doing that. So, yeah.
Right.
All right.
No, this definitely played like a video game, from the late 90s a lot.
And I realized something. Australian Billy Idol.
Yeah.
I was like, some of his taglines seem familiar. And I realized, oh, he's just stealing from Mel Gibson's character from Lethal Weapon. Because literally he like comes in and takes out 3 guys and he's like, sorry for crashing your party. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's at least one of the Lethal Weapon movies. Yeah.
One of my
that sounds about
favorite
right.
scenes from that is he was definitely dancing with himself when he was dancing and shooting the guns. He was absolutely dancing.
You mean the Michael Jackson where he does like part of a moonwalk and then like shimmies to one side and shoots a guy, then shimmies to the other side?
Oh my god, dude. And when did the awkward fist bump happen? You remember that?
Was that the beginning?
You talking about with the doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, when he gave him the cassette, that's when that weird
it was
fist bump
the
happened.
weird like fist bump. It was like, oh wow, this is the whitest moment of the whole movie.
It is. Oh, this dumpster fire.
So pretty much we see where I guess everybody's kind of matched up, like anime chick's fighting her former best friend. Number One Man is fighting the Baron because we find out Number One Man was put in charge of forced to train all of their armies,
right?
And then in the process ripped out the Baron's eyes. So of course they're matched up to fight each other, and then pretty much so everybody kind of takes care of their business.
Yep.
And then Justice goes over to help his sister, and she's on the ground and she's pointing over to this bag. She's like, "You need to use those." And he's like, "I don't know what they are." And he's looking, and it's a big label that says grenades.
And he's like, all right, sound it out. We could do it. Backwards 3? What? Oh, grenades! I need to use those.
That shit's hilarious.
And then we get the final big boss fight, a la any Nintendo game.
Right. I want to stop you for just a second because I forgot a moment that we need to address. Is when we had the future tape sequence and his brother shows up.
Well, that's at the very end.
Is that at the very end?
That's the very end. Yeah, we gotta wait on that.
Never mind.
Because that is the best line of the fight, but that's the very, very end.
Never mind. I forgot the sequence.
Yeah, because
of this 1 hour
this movie was hard to follow. It was an hour, but it was
so Manborg shows up to the main headquarters. Everybody's got their own fights, and who rolls up but Count Draculon 2.0, which it looks a lot like what we saw at the beginning of the movie, except he's like got like his face is all more fucked up, and he's like battle armored up and shit.
Yeah. He's just a big, gross motherfucker.
And he's beating the fuck out of Manborg, and finally Manborg was like, fuck this noise, and like pops out a la RoboCop that blade out of his hand and stabs her right in the neck, which I guess is how you kill Count Dragulon, is you just have to fucking stab him in the neck, and there you go. But right before that happens, he fucking laser beams the fuck out of Nina, anime girl. She's fucking down for the count.
Right.
So,
yes.
But they defeated the big baddie. Everybody's happy except for, Justice's sister is lying there dead. And then Dr. Scorpius had said earlier to Manborg, you have a special ability in you to help somebody. And he realizes, I don't know, what would you call that? Like,
I don't know, like heart serum or something?
Yeah,
like some kind of
the compartment opens up and there's some like blue like serum,
glowing shit that he pulled out of his heart cavity, and he pours it down her throat.
God damn.
And she comes back to life.
Oh shit. But that's the stuff that keeps him alive.
I
We can't
know.
really plan this out very well. Could he not gone like halfies? Like she gets half, he gets half. Like, all right, so we're both alive. So he's dying, and then who pops up now? Hologram Dr. Scorpius again,
and he brings in
God damn it,
the brother into the hologram, and the brother says,
Hey bro,
remember, I died at the beginning. Yes, you did.
Wait, first he goes, hey bro, it's me, your brother. Like, yeah.
I died in the beginning.
And then
God damn it.
And then he says, it's okay. There's no heaven.
And then you see Manborg with the saddest, confused look on his face. Like, oh my god, there's no heaven?
It's like they just said, Hell sent his brother just to fuck with Manborg before, by the way, he dies at the end of this movie. Because that's the final thing he hears before he dies, is his dead brother telling him there's no heaven. Dead.
He looks sad and then he dies.
Because you always think, oh wait, they're going to figure out some way to bring him back. Nope. Next thing you know, a bunch of gates of hell start popping open. You get your 3 remaining characters that get in fight position, ready to go, because it's like, all right, looks like we're going to have to take out some more fucking, like, demons.
And then credits.
So Manborg's fucking dead. Like, they didn't even try. He finds out there's no heaven, and then dead.
Oh
and he
my
finds out there's no heaven
God.
from his brother.
Which, in and of itself, is a weird-ass existential, like, quandary, because how the fuck did his brother come back in a vision in a video?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, this movie's amazing.
I think we did a pretty good job, considering the length of this movie, to stretch this out as far as we can, because, like, it was...
No, this is not a picture. I didn't mean to interrupt this. I'm sorry. I was just documenting.
But it's a short movie, but we went into a lot of detail. I strongly suggest checking it out. And again, and I brought it up at the beginning of this podcast, but there is the most amazing bonus, both on the DVD
Oh, yeah.
and on Prime. Because at the beginning of this, on Prime, it has and it says, stay tuned for, like...
And y'all, after listening to this episode, please, I highly encourage you to go to Prime and watch this. This is an hour of your time. You will not regret it. It is amazing. We are still in quarantine. Watch this fucking movie. And after you watch this movie, please watch this 10-minute trailer, because holy shit.
Yeah, because it goes into some credits. I guess just your basic, like, the main actors, which we find out that people took on several roles. It's not surprised at all. But then, bam, we get into BioCop trailer.
I'm
in love.
You had hyped this shit up.
Oh my god.
But I was still blown away. It's, how long would you say? Like, 5 minutes?
It's a 5-minute trailer. And it's a fake trailer for a movie that doesn't exist.
It needs to exist.
Sadly.
We need to find out how we can get this started.
Grutz,
I
you
wish it was
said-
made, goddammit.
Grutz, you said you found a shirt of this at a con, and I'm
Yes.
definitely trying to borrow your shirt. I definitely trying to wear it.
Definitely saw this shirt. I think it was Atomic Cotton. I don't remember, but I bought that shirt like, holy fuck, this is a Biocop shirt.
So let's just go into the trailer because it's technically in my viewpoint, part of the movie.
Oh, it is.
A part of Manborg.
It goes
yeah,
together.
definitely.
So it starts out as every 80s, like, the streets had to be controlled, the streets were out of control and only one person. And then you cut to Biocop. And his first line is,
I want to die.
he's just melting and in pain. And nobody seems to react that he just wants to fucking die. He's this cop that he's like, he's not taking no for an answer. He's like, please kill me. And just melting and his eyes fall out.
And his squirting shit everywhere.
Yeah,
and,
squirting
like,
shit.
guts come out.
There's a scene where this fucking skinhead fucking grabs his lady's purse and Biocop just throws up and slips and the guy falls and smashes his head and then Biocop just kills him. But like his partner is just like, they're in the car and he's just like, please kill me. He's like, oh man, you're so funny, man.
And he's like, why am I alive?
And nobody will acknowledge him.
And then he shoots himself in the head in one scene to kill himself, and then he's like, oh shit, I'm still alive.
But the trailer keeps going over. There's this new drug on the streets called drugs with a Z.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Can I have some?
And pretty much, I guess, Biocop is the only cop that can stop the drugs from getting like spread. And the guy's like, there's only one Biocop, why can't we stop him? But somewhere in the trailer, his partner's like, dude, we did it, man, and high fives, and Biocop's like, no, and then next thing you know, his partner is absorbed into him.
Like The Thing.
Yeah. Where his face is now in Biocop, which I guess is where that's the final straw with the captain, because the captain says, I want your badge. And Biocop just starts throwing up and a badge comes out
throws
of
up his badge. Why was this movie not made? Holy shit.
I want to see that so
To
bad.
answer-
the main drug kingpin,
Oh my God.
I guess, figures out how to also become a bio monster.
Yeah. To answer your future question of what I would pair this with, which I do have another answer, is I would pair this movie with this trailer and that fictitious movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, absolutely.
No, I'm
Is
sorry.
there a
but
GoFundMe for this? God damn.
Please.
Dude.
Hey, between the power of GUI, I think y'all can make this movie.
It reminds me a lot of Machete.
It does. Like, I gotta say, the Astron 6 people are fucking brilliant. They're doing amazing things, and I want to watch everything they've ever done. Which, by the way, I gotta plug. They did this movie called The Editor, which is an homage to the giallo genre. It's so goddamn good.
I'll definitely have to check out some
Everything
more of their
they've
stuff.
done has been fucking amazing. It's on the Wolf Cop spectrum.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just so fun and so ridiculous genre.
And
shit.
honestly,
Love it.
I would put this, it's just kind of like, they have the same mentality, it seems like, as like Trauma, with just the fuck it, just let's have fun and do what we're gonna do.
Oh.
So I would say you could pair this up. I would, if you want to do anything, I'd say pair it up with anything Trauma.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Nuke 'Em
Yeah.
High, fucking Toxic, anything like that would be like a good kind of pair up of like kind of the same mentality from the studio.
And
Definitely.
do not get me wrong. This was a terrible movie, but this was a fantastic movie. Like, it was definitely, everything was very intentional. The shittiness and the awfulness is intentional, and it's done amazing where it's an extremely enjoyable flick. It's very enjoyable. It's an hour of your time. You will not regret it. Like, it's a lot of fun.
Is there anything you would feel like you would try to?
Ooh. If I was going to pair this in a double feature, it would definitely be, we talked about it earlier, about like Kung Fury, stuff like that. Maybe Turbo Kid,
Oh, I love
See, I want to see
Kid.
Turbo Kid, but I feel like I've used Turbo Kid too much on pairing because
Well,
of how much
because
I
you should
love.
always watch Turbo Kid.
That's how much I love that fucking movie.
It's just that kind of genre, like stupid.
Yeah.
And definitely.
What I would pair this up with, this is kind of out there, bear with me. Disclaimer, I was sheltered and have not seen a lot of movies. Like, I just watched Beetlejuice for the first time this year, and I'm 29 years old. I've never seen Jaws. I've never seen Goonies. I've never seen, so there's a lot of what I haven't seen. But, kind of out there. But what I would pair this up with for a flashback of Beautiful Disasters is Night Train to Terror.
Oh,
Because of the claymation. I
Yes,
think they
that is
used
true.
very similar claymation in Night Train to Terror as they did with Manborg.
We haven't done. There's only a few that have claymation of
Good
what we've covered.
callback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Look at
callback.
that.
Yeah, no.
Who's on that
definitely.
episode of?
Oh, I think I might have been.
She's
Your
trying to get her
lovely
listenership up.
lady.
She's like, all right, so you should check out the one of the other ones I'm on and pair that up.
Wait,
That was an early episode.
Was
too.
that one of the episodes where y'all were recording on the laptop mic instead of the
we
microphone?
don't talk about that anymore.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
probably.
Please excuse the first 5 or 6 episodes.
Whatever it was.
Content's good.
We got it now. We got it now.
Yeah. We got the actual mic working.
All right, so let's divert away from that. Anyhow,
Called y'all out.
Oh my God.
but
Goddamn.
again, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Most people I know have Prime. Check it out. We don't know how long it's going to be on there, but, take advantage of it while it's still there.
Oh, considering its budget, it's gonna be on there forever.
You hope so, but they still
hope
pull
so.
stuff. I mean, I was shocked. I got used to watching Terrifier on Netflix. I assumed that would just stay on there, and sadly, on Halloween, discovered they took Terrifier off of Netflix. So
Oh,
you
man.
can't always trust that low budget movie that's doing well is going to stay on that streaming site. So
Having
true.
said all of that, seriously, guys, date night for your significant other or just date night for yourself. Like, please spend an hour of your time watching this movie. It is a lot of fun. The effects are hilarious. The dialogue is hilarious. The characters are great. It's just an hour. It'll be a great laugh. Like, I highly enjoyed this movie in this episode.
Hell yes. Yeah. Everything about this was super fun time. All right, so we want to wrap this up?
yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right, so definitely check out Beautiful Disasters on Facebook. You can check us out or actually contact us directly, Beautiful Disasters Podcast at gmail.com.
There you go.
You can check out all of the amazing Geeks of the Influence podcast on the website, www.guipodcast.com. There's how many on the network? I've lost count.
Like
so.
8 shows?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't even
but
know. Like,
all great quality shows, so check it out. So.
And we are just past Halloween. If you still need your horror fix, we have From the Mouths of Madness, which I think
yeah.
Mr. F.U. Hunter is also on.
Yeah, yes.
it's a great show.
Y'all, being married to the man that does all of the podcasts,
I
like,
don't do them all.
you literally do every single one of them.
I do a lot. So, but anyhow,
There's a lot to listen to. Enjoy it. We're in quarantine. Listen to these podcasts. They're great.
now we're gonna start getting the holiday season. We've got a couple picked out, but if you have some holiday suggestions,
Oh, yeah.
put it on put it on our site, email us, let us know if you think there might be something that you think is a definite Beautiful Disaster holiday movie.
And if you want to get in the holiday spirit, it's 16 minutes long. Go watch Treevenge.
Oh, I bring that up.
That's all I'm gonna
so
say.
much.
Oh, yeah.
The
yeah.
Treevenge, yeah. Usually once we get to December, every podcast I do, I'm like, and don't forget to watch Treevenge.
I am married to this man, and I invite him to my families and my friends' families. And every time we go for the holidays, he gets my normal friends and my normal family to watch Treevenge.
You have to watch it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
it's
it's amazing.
wild to see regular people react to this.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This was a blast.
Absolutely.
I usually watch the movies with them when other guests are on. But this was a blast. This was a great time. Please watch this movie.
Hell yes. All right. So hit us up if you have any suggestions. And for Beautiful Disasters, I'm the Grutz.
F.U. Hunter.
And Charlotte.
Thank you for listening.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
GUIPodcast.com.